my loves, welcome back to the channel. So I know we've been talking about doing different content on here for a while, and I know a lot of you wanted me to do the pick a card reading, so I decided to try my first one out, see how it goes, see if you guys like it. So this is going to be pretty much your July 2019 big events that are going to happen, what you need to hear, your advice pretty much for July 2019, all of that kind of into one. Pretty much just July 2019. You get it. Okay. Anyways, so I have 3 different piles of cards here. I'll probably put timestamps down in the comment section below. So go ahead and pick your pile of cards. Just remember that July 2019 hasn't officially happened yet at the time that I'm filming this, at least. So if it doesn't resonate right now, just make sure you make a mental note of whatever you hear, because it may end up resonating, you know, in July, once July hits. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, this is just something random that I'm doing because I felt the urge to for whatever reason. The individual sign readings are still coming out. All the water sign readings are out for July. The earth signs will be next. So I just wanted to let you know where we're at with that. So yeah, everything's still going as normal. I just decided to upload a pick a card reading for you guys. So anyways, enough babbling on. Let's go ahead and jump into this. So we're going to start with pile number 1. I'm also using the new Moonology cards that I got. So we're going to start first with this. Believe in the impossible, blue moon. So if you picked pile number 1, it seems like whoever you are may struggle with what you believe during July, what you truly believe on a deep level, and you may be struggling with your faith. I know for a few of the individual sign readings that I've done for July so far, this does seem to be a big theme for some of the signs this month, this coming month. It seems some of you will be very emotional in July. Some of you may just be feeling down, you know, blue moon. Just feeling not yourself and feeling like you've worked so hard to get to where you are and you're not sure how you're going to keep carrying on. Maybe something happens that just really has you in like doubt mode and you're not sure how to get out of it. So this is saying to believe in the impossible. Just because you haven't experienced what you think you want to happen or what you think is not going to happen doesn't mean it's not going to happen. So let's see what else came out. So let's draw this card. Okay, ooh. So the dog. So this card is about loyalty. This is about loyalty, where your loyalties lie. This is about your friends or just anyone in your life that you view as loyal. It could be your family. It's about wanting, well, from what I'm seeing here, I think it's about wanting to play, like, it's really about your commitment as well, committing to what you believe in, being loyal to yourself and what you believe in. Some of you could have your loyalties tested in the month of July with friends, family, significant others, and you could tell yourself there's no way I can be alone. Like, you know, maybe someone betrays you or there's some kind of split up with the people in your life. And you're telling yourself, there's no way I can do this alone. Like, there's no way that I'm going to succeed by myself now. And that's where you have to believe in the impossible. Because this may be a good thing, if some of you even go through that. And a lot of Cancer season, like I talked about in my Cancer season all signs video for July, a lot of Cancer season is about nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself, being there for yourself. And really getting in touch with the emotional foundation and your emotional intuition inside of you and being able to lay on that foundation as if it were your bed and not being scared to be on the foundation because it's cold, it's lonely, and there's all these feelings involved. Like, no, like you need to make that foundation your comfort zone, because if you're not emotionally stable, if your foundation, your emotional foundation isn't secure and you're relying on others to keep it secure, it's not really secure to begin with, if that makes sense. So let's see what else we have. So we have the Hermit, just what I was just saying. This is crazy. Learning to be on your own, learning to be there for yourself. Now, for those of you that picked pile 1, don't be scared. Don't be like, oh my God, am I going to have a breakup this month? Yeah, of course that's possible. Anything's possible, just like the moon card said. But if you're in a stable relationship and you really don't see that happening, don't like freak yourself out. You know what I mean? This could just be a friendship or something to do with your loyalty. It may not even be anyone betraying you. You know what I mean? It's just feeling alone to the point where you have to do some soul searching and go into hermit mode and be there for yourself. Ooh, the Eight of Pentacles. Working on yourself. So this pile 1, I would say, is all about soul searching, all about working on self, all about getting in touch with your emotional side, all about digging deep, going deep, being loyal to yourself, and believing in the impossible, not giving up on your goals, not giving up on your dreams. No matter what happens, you will be good as long as you continue to stay in touch with yourself and work hard. This is a very self-sufficient pile, I would say. This is all about doing the damn thing and being independent, I would say, in my opinion. So, as always, like, if you see these cards and you feel something else, like, go for it. You're free to feel whatever you want to feel. That could be your own intuition talking to you. So, yeah, anyway, so pile 1 is Denzo. So, scoot that aside. Pile 2. All right. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Okay. So, Scorpio's video is actually a lot to do with the balance between dark and light and good and bad and all of that stuff. This is really maybe emotionally taking on things in July that you may be like really scared of. Some things may come to light where there's fears involved. There may even be, you know, emotional fears involved, but it's necessary for you to work through them, for you to come out on the other side. Some of you that picked pile 2 could be dealing with a Scorpio somehow or have Scorpio in your chart. So let's see what the second card says. Ooh, the moon. Intuition galore. Trust your intuition in July. That's another huge one because it's Cancer season and Cancer is the sign of intuition, etc. Make sure if you picked pile 2 that you're trusting your intuition. And that you are feeling, you know, that you're not trying to avoid your emotions, even if you feel emotionally vulnerable. Card or pile 2 is all about working through your emotional fears, working through those deep-rooted fears that you have and trusting that you're going to be okay. Some of you could feel very alone and like you want someone to be there for you, someone to kind of hold your hand through it, someone to kind of nurture you through this, because that's very much so the Cancerian energy that's going around this month, and I totally get it. Some of you guys could even have something come up with your mother. I don't think it's anything too crazy, but I think this is just some kind of transformation. If you picked this pile and you have a good relationship with your mother, maybe, you know, let her be there for you, but also you have to learn to be there for yourself too. You have to learn to trust your intuition, even though it's scary, even though you may not know if it's right or not. This is a very transformational month for those of you that picked pile 2. Very transformational, a rebirth somewhat of your emotions, of your intuition, of your soul, your divine feminine, even if you're a male. All right, the Hanged Man. Okay, so the Hanged Man. So you could feel a little bit stuck this month. You may be in deep reflection. For some of you, I'm seeing that some of these fears that could come up for you may put you in a depression if you're not careful. So be very, very careful of that. And I'm not trying to be negative either. I'm just being honest with you. It's very important to reflect, to let go, to forgive if you picked this pile. With the Hanged Man, it's all about surrender. It's all about letting go, forgiveness. It's a Pisces, Neptune type of card, and that's what Pisces and Neptune are all about. It's about going into your shadow side, going into your dark side. Why does it even gotta be your shadow side? Your emotions are natural. They're not your shadow. I was just actually thinking about this earlier. It's so stupid. People call it a shadow side. Sorry. getting off on a tangent. Anyway, it's very important to surrender this month, if you picked pile 2, to your fears. You are emotionally strong enough. You are a miracle, and you got this no matter what happens. And it's also very important to reflect on these things and see why they're fears to begin with. But also don't allow yourself to get stuck. Because with the Hanged Man, there's a fine line between reflecting and then when he goes reverse and you're stuck in ego, not being able to let go of the fears and clinging to the fears. When you try to fight the fears, that's when we get stuck in this cycle of depression and all those like nasty feelings that we don't want to feel, right? So it's important not to get stuck there. It's important to examine it, check it out, but not get stuck there, if that makes sense. I think this is also going to be a very, what's the word I'm looking for? I think this July is going to be kind of like a revelation for those of you that picked this pile as well, because the moon illuminates things. So I think things are really going to come to the light for you that picked this pile as well. Ooh, look at that. The 2 of Cups. So yeah, some of you are definitely, oh my gosh, I hate this light shines on. It's like, how do people use lighting and it not make a freaking glare on the cards? So for some of you that picked this pile, this is definitely going to be about connections. This is definitely going to be about other people. Some of you may even meet a Scorpio this month that really helps you understand some things about yourself. But also I see this as the duality I was just talking about, the light and dark, the shadow side and the quote-unquote light side. I also see this as the forgiveness I was talking about with the Hanged Man. I think a lot of you are realizing that you need to trust your intuition, especially when it comes to the decisions that you make in your life, especially when it comes to your emotions, and not try to block them out. Now, this could be some of you guys are isolating yourself or blocking yourself out from making new connections, and some of you could even be making new connections, but you have so much fear that it's ruining it for you, or something along those lines. This could be so many things. Honestly, I'm getting so many different, like, intuitive feelings off of this pile. It's insane. I could probably go on and on, but I think everything I've shared is the most important. I think a lot of you that picked this pile are going to be dealing with relationship issues, relationship fears, maybe not even issues. Some of you guys may need to forgive someone, or forgive yourself, or let go of something that happened in the past that has you in, like, still has you in this fear loop. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind. It could go both ways. Some of you guys may need to let go of a connection, reevaluate a connection where something comes to light, or something happens and then it creates this fear, or pulls at this fear inside of you. Some of you may need to reevaluate your emotions and your fears so you can move on and meet new people. So it could play out in a few different ways, but I think this is a very interesting pile. So good luck to those of you that picked this pile. I hope it resonated. Let me know if it ended up resonating. I'd love to know. Okay, moving on to pile 3, the last pile. Whoops. All right, pile 3. All right, so the first card we have here is your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. Woo! So Scorpio is all up in the 2nd. Taurus, its opposite sign, is all up in the 3rd. So some of you could have Taurus in your chart or be dealing with a Taurus, but not exactly. It doesn't have to be that. It's more about the message. So full moon in Taurus, your dreams need a practical plan. So if you have big goals, if you have big visions, if you are trying to build something, create something, if you are really paying attention to the value of something, to the quality of something right now, or in July, sorry, there needs to be a practical plan. So some of you could have just had this vision, or just had this dream, or a new recent thing you're trying to do, or trying to build, or try to create, and you may need to reevaluate how you're getting there. You may need to be a little bit more practical. So for those of you that are still in the starting point of, oh, like, I want to have my own business, and I'm doing it. I don't care what anyone else says, like, I'm doing it. And, or for those of you that like an easier one, a lot of people come to me and they're like, can you give me advice on starting YouTube? And what I always say back is, just start. There's no advice on it. You just do it, you know, like, and so, but if you don't start, how do you get there? You know what I mean? So for some of you, you may need to reevaluate a plan that you've already kind of drawn together and may need to be a little bit more practical about it. For some of you, you may need to start working on building this plan, this vision that you have in your head, that your dream, what you really want to do, what you really want out of life. So let's see what else. Oh, okay. So this is all about the home. This is all about the family life, which Cancer season is a lot about. So some of you guys are really wanting to build a new home or move or redecorate, just pretty much what's the word? I can't even think of the word. Reinvent or remodel. There you go. Remodel your home. Some of you guys are working on projects or wanting to create a business out of your home. That's your dream. Some of you guys are wanting to somehow own property or just move something with the home. This in July, you're going to be spending a lot of time at home. If you're a Taurus, your reading is actually uploading right now for July, but I know a lot of you guys are going to be focused on the family this month. So maybe you have these dreams. Maybe if you're thinking about starting your own business or whatever your dream is, maybe you need a place to start, right? Maybe you need a place to start, or maybe you need help getting there. One of the two, or one of the many that I've said. So let's move on to your next two cards for pile number 3. Ooh, the 2 of Swords. Guys, I'm loving these pick a card readings so far. What's going on with me? So the 2 of Swords is coming out here. So, like I was saying in the beginning, for those of you that picked pile 3, you are in a stuck position. You are at a hole. You have this vision, or maybe you don't. Maybe you just have this desire. It's still inside of you, but you can't see it yet because she has the blindfold on. And you're at a crossroads, and you're not sure how to take the first step forward. You're not sure, you haven't made the official decision yet to do anything. Some of you have, started the process, but maybe you are signing a contract or something like that. There needs to be some kind of negotiation, especially for those of you that may be dealing with getting a new home. Not all the information is revealed yet, though, for those of you that picked this pile. Oh, the Star. Big dreams, big visions. Your dreams need a practical plan. Ooh, that came together nicely. I don't know what you guys think about it, but I think it came together nicely. The Star is Aquarian energy. And so, yeah, this is like having your heart and your mind in the same place. And I think you need to get that balance. That's what the Star is all about. Your heart, Taurus energy rules, is ruled by Venus, which is our love, our heart, right? Your heart and your mind need to be in the same place for your dreams to have a practical plan. And with the Star here, you're on the path. Like, you will definitely have publicity in your dreams. Definitely, like, this is definitely your destiny. This is definitely part of the plan here for those of you that picked this card because of the Star coming up. But you need to be able to see it. You need to be able to have a plan. You need to be able to move forward, okay? Trust yourself on this. Trust yourself on this. Some of you are really needing to look at not only the bigger picture, but the smaller details with the 2 of Swords here, and really build your way and really start. Like, that's the key here, is to actually start it. You know what I mean? So, I hope that resonated for you guys that picked pile 3. And yeah, we are pretty much done. Thank you to everybody that has watched this video. Let me know down below if you resonated. This was so much fun. I definitely want to do this again. If you guys liked it, let me know by hitting the thumbs up and commenting down below. I definitely would love to do this again. Yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next videos. Bye.